Bin phrases.
Recent years, especially in recent years, I never understood not keeping it simple. Keeping it simple at living life is probably one of the most beneficial things that you can do, because life itself, it's difficult. Life is hard, especially if you want to do it at a high level. There are going to be obstructions, hindrances. You're going to be going through a lot of things in life that is going to take a great deal of attention, of your attention, in order to get through those obstacles. Why continuously allow convoluted situations and complexities make your life much more difficult and make decisions in your life much more difficult than it needs to be? As I've stated earlier, in recent years, I've been taking the approach of my line of reasoning needs to be sound and as simple as possible. I should be able to deconstruct, break it down into simple, layman terms, simple structures, sequences, so anybody can understand my line of reasoning. I'm not into making things difficult for the sake of just being difficult. I think it's just a waste of time. And people, a lot of people by nature, as you get older, as you become much more experienced in the adult lifestyle, assume responsibilities, you'll start to find out that us folks, human beings, Homo sapiens, whatever classification you want to use, we are capricious by nature. And a lot of times, it's impulsive. I feel, especially as a man, especially of certain particular demographics, you need to fight that capriciousness. Learn to view certain things from a tunnel vision perspective. Learn to assess situations, break it down in its simplest form. Unpredictable. Something non-convoluted. Easy. And then work your way from there. Then, once you have exercised that ability to be a minimalist and practicality or practical terms in practical decisions that you make, then the much more difficult decisions, or seemingly difficult to other folks, becomes simple to you. I strive every day. I am not perfect. And my imperfections define me. Quite frankly, my imperfections define who I am as an individual. And the more I get to know myself, the more I get to know who I am, the more I understand how I need to navigate, the more I understand how I can become a much more productive individual in society and productive for my family, productive in general. So, why not keep it simple? And some of you might pose the question or want to be a contrarian and say, well, life it doesn't work like, you're right, it doesn't work like that. And providing convoluted assessments to something that should be practically worked out is counterproductive, to say the least. There's no, in my personal opinion, there's no justification to put any undue stress or burden on you. Because as you get older and as your health deteriorates, as age sets in and you get older, the things that you were able to do physically as a younger individual are going to be much more difficult. But mentally, you should be able to think for yourself a little bit better. You should be able to understand where I'm coming from. And this is my perspective. A lot of times I see people do things. I see people go through things that I feel unnecessarily that they need to go through. Why they put themselves in stressful situations, why they create situations that could have been avoided consistently and continuously. And these are older folks, past their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. So keeping it simple is a model I've been striving to live by. And I feel that keeping it simple is just a quicker pathway that navigates you to ultimately what we all want, success and happiness. Thank you for listening. And good morning, good afternoon, and good night.